Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Alright, a few amends to make, as usual with me, because I make mistakes, but I do my best to catch them. And then a change in strategy, because we have to take a great risk no matter what. And this'll get a few things finished up that I want to get done, hopefully safely. Alright, first thing. Mega Man has the Hoarder disorder, and I forgot to pay tribute to him, what with all the excitement for, what was it, the feast that we had, Hands of Heat. So, we need to pay another resource. I figured the Shining Halo is the least important item. And then he gained 1 courage for that. Now, when he's a hoarder, I need to figure out when you're a returning survivor, archive 1 resource gained from the last showdown. Okay, I would have to say returning survivors. That's settlement phase again, right? Not showdown phase, so I think he gains the settlement phase courage ability for this, but we'll roll for him becoming bold. Oh boy. Alright, get a 7. I think this would be settlement phase epiphany. I don't know. Would it be showdown when you're returning survivor? It might be showdown still. Could I find out? I'm sorry, I should have looked this up beforehand, but it didn't hit me which one I was going to do, because there's a lot on my mind to keep track of. I'm just going to look at returning. All survivors that endured the previous showdown are returning survivors. Okay, I think it says the previous showdown, so I think it would be a settlement phase milestone, even though we didn't hit the settlement phase yet. I guess that everything on this track is the settlement phase, I suppose. Anyway. So we get Matchmaker, and we gained +1 endeavor that settlement phase. Well, that's a huge deal. So we have 1 additional endeavor, and he's a matchmaker. I don't know, is that such a big deal? It's kind of a big deal. Okay, so that's the first mistake I had to fix. We'll have to think of what we're doing with that endeavor now. Second thing, we're putting him to the side for the next fight. So here's the deal. I want Fist and Tooth Mastery. I don't want to stall in case he gets murdered. I believe Eddie Gordo is still the highest experienced individual here. Now, he is apathetic, so he can't gain any survival. Why is this at 8? This should be at 0. I don't know why that was at 8. That should have been at 0. Oh, right. Okay, that was 8 because I Alright. The survivors gain 10 survival. I switched in Ramelia at the last minute, so I didn't do that first. And we also get an armor and 2 strength tokens, so I preset that up on everyone. That's why I made him max. But he is apathetic. He doesn't gain any survival. I just wasted his survival doing the nightmare training without realizing he can't get more. But I still want to bring him. So the risk I have to make, first of all, we're all insane. Secondly, I could just fight a level 1 White Lion. It would probably be the smartest decision, but I really, really want Phoenix resources. Instead of a level 2 Phoenix, which I think we could destroy it, but because he has no survival and because the entire party is insane, which means the feat event is going to kill us, I want less hunt events, so we're going to fight another level 1 Phoenix. About the Phoenix, I'll make sure I play it correctly this time, when the Phoenix does its basic action, it gives you an age token on whoever it's targeting, and I forgot to divvy out those age tokens. Now, I don't think that changed the fight too much, because most of the cards the Phoenix drew were his wing attack cards, and he never performed Spiral Age, but I'll definitely pay attention this time around so we don't make that mistake again. There's a lot of age tokens that I should have been handing out that I did not. Alright, so anyway, I have one more endeavor to spend here. And the other thing I wanted to note, we don't have any survival of the fittest rerolls ready to go for our party that's heading out to fight the Phoenix. So yeah, if I roll feet, well, I have to take that risk. One more thing I'm doing, I looked at the age milestones. The Phoenix got me thinking about it. Since we passed that hunt event that reduces your XP, I was like, what happens when you hit your milestone again? Well, the game says right there, a survivor may only gain each milestone benefit once in a lifetime. There's some card that lets you reset your XP completely and benefit from milestones again, but keeping that in mind, and now that we're fighting the Phoenix, which is going to complicate things if I lose the hunt XP for reasons, I'm starting to, in the ability chart, just jot down the age milestones that have been hit so I don't accidentally give them another bonus. Excuse me. Okay, so I need to do something here. That blinking is like the in-between of hitting this thing, going in between the cards. So I apologize for that. Does anyone have less than 3 understanding? Like 2 understanding? Because if someone has 2 understanding, I could use a tinker individual. That would be a negatory. Damn it. Their positioning is always covering it up. The other thing I could do is just try to make a kid. It'll be a little risky because I don't want to use anyone who's purified, because everyone who's purified is now a sun eater, which means we would get a child of the sun, and I don't want to do the umbilical thing yet, so we'd have to use 2 freshies, which means we'd get no bonus to our roll. Yeah, I don't want to use any of the sun eater pairs. Alright. I'll try to make a kid. So we'll get Orchid here. Who are your parents, Orchid? Jury Scorpion. We'll get Orchid and we'll get I think Wallachia. Or we could use Soul Bad Guy. He's not doing he's a little more he's a little better. I think Wallachia I will use because he is screwed by cancer pigeons, so I wouldn't mind losing him, even though he's got understanding and courage. Unless I can cure that impairment somehow. There is a hunt event that would cure it. But yeah, alright. We'll do the what is it? The Sacred Pool, Sacred Water with that extra endeavor. Let's see if we can get another kid. I believe we have a lot of new people, so there are some survival of the fittest rolls we can use here. Let's just hope I roll well. Like, say, 2 nat 10s again. 10 and an 8. So we have to choose the lowest. This is an 8. And no one's purified, no one's a sun eater. So 7, 8, 1 population. The parents share a deep bond and gain 10 survival each. We don't have bed, so no permanent strength for the newborn. Okay, so we have a new kid. Thanks to that extra endeavor. You get survival. He does not. He's cancer. Pigeoned. Right? Yeah. As far as the new kid goes, I have a name in mind. We haven't done Darkstalkers yet. I always appreciated Jada, the demon vampire, whatever the fuck he is. I actually don't remember what he was, but Jada. We'll do Jada from Darkstalkers. That's all good and well. He is born, what is it, year 11? It's 12, year 12. And your parents are Orchid and Wallachia. Okay, so welcome to the world, Jada. With your birth, we gain 1 more life string. Now it's 6. And that uses the endeavor we had just as well. Is there anything else that we get with birth? No. We'll gain our population back. Did we lose one? We lost Dormammu, right? And Psylocke. But Dormammu's like, oh no, there's a ghost in the settlement, guys. Gotta believe me. Maybe I should have made a girl. Oh well. Okay, so let's get started here. Let's finish setting them up. Okay, Cerebella's coming out. Very, very powerful. 2 evasion, the 2 strength for shrine. I think that's about it for her, honestly. Yeah, I think she's good to go. She is Quixotic, so 1 more strength token. And she's max on survival. So we've got her. That's all good. We've got Bon joining us again. Hopefully going to make us a club master user. She's got the luck and the evasion out. She has the bandage, although I realize her having the bandage is kind of stupid since she's my main attacker to farm resources with. And seizures is not good because if she hits herself in the head ever, we need to get rid of seizures if possible. Oh, another thing. You might notice I've deleted all of these cards. I left it here if I need to reference Fist and Tooth for some reason. I think I have Fist and Tooth stats memorized though. But to make more space for everybody, I decided to get rid of those and then put the cards on the right because we were starting to get overburdened with a lot of people, except for her. A lot of the veterans are overburdened. So I did armor, specialization, and then everything else. Anything that's extra is gonna just get added over here. Anyway, she's good to go. Romelia is going to gain an insanity. She doesn't have brain damage. And she will have the 2 evasion. It's sanity for that. She's good to go. She's shield proficient, so we're going to start working on a shield user, hopefully. We're going to need a shield. I want a shield master by the time we get to the nemesis fights. And Eddie, he has one job. His job is to survive to the showdown, cause a wound, become a master. Because as soon as you become a master, we get the innovation. So he has to survive. The only problem is if I roll, I put him 4th because I think 4th is a Phoenix event. I don't know if there's any Phoenix events that say spend a survival or die. I wanted him to not be the event revealer on a random. And we're fighting a level 1 Phoenix, so Eddie doesn't have to enter Overwhelming Darkness. Even though there's a 90% chance he's fine thanks to Song of the Brave, I don't want him to roll a 1. And like I said, I want as few opportunities to roll feet as possible because I'm risking 4 very important people right now. Everything can go to hell. So Eddie is unable to gain survival. He does get 2 insanity though. And I've already added the shield armor with the shrine armor with the bonus armor. So very tanky. I think we're good. We only have a bone sickle. So let's set up this Phoenix. Oh, and my decks are, just as an example, my decks are fixed. All I had to do was exit, and the script seems to fix itself. I didn't have to import everything into my master backup file. So that was nice that they fixed themselves. I didn't change Mega Man's character back out. So let's just get this stuff over here real quick. Oh, good. He already has her on the same character. I love the copying or the different states of the avatars. What the hell? That's not what I pasted. That's not what I copied, I mean. How did I get HTTP? Alright, this can go away. Okay, we ready? We'll have Pain Wheel represent. We'll have all these flipped over. Pain Wheel will be first. Excuse me. I'm just going to crack open a soda here. Delicious Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Okay. Let's hope for the best. All I need is the best. So Pain Wheel, not Pain Wheel, Sarabella. I forgot her name was changed. Sarabella will start things off by not rolling feet. It's literally a 1% chance of getting feet. Oh my god, we are 1 off from getting feet. Son, that's not cute. whatever deity hangs out with me, that is not cute. That is not cool. I can't believe we almost lost everybody just like that. 62 space between the rocks. See, there's gotta be something out there, right? I'm not crazy. Survivors find themselves distracted by a dark crack in the stone face floor. Every survivor must roll 1d10. Lowest scoring survivor is a straggler. Unable to tear themselves away, a straggler stoops to gaze into the depths until the other survivors drag them away. Whatever the straggler glimpse changes them forever. Gain a random disorder. If all the survivors end up as stragglers, the entire party is lost dead. Well, I doubt I'm going to have everyone be a straggler. Also, while I'm thinking about it, we want our berry event to be over here. This could be good if Eddie's the straggler. I could get rid of apathetic right now. Or if Bond's the straggler, that would be good. We can get rid of seizures so she doesn't hit herself in the head with her mace, which I bet happens at least once in this fight. Okay. This is... Alright, she's prepared, so she's not. The 7, she's a 7, and Eddie is a 7. He's prepared though, so he is not. So Amelia is the straggler. She gets a random disorder, huh? Secretive. Alright, that's fine. That is fine by me. Okay, that's a good event. I mean, not really. That's probably one of the worst events, but debatably so. You know, it's good because nothing bad happened. Time flows backwards. Alright, here's everyone's favorite event. This is what I was talking about. This is why I'm going to start marking age down for people, so I don't forget what ages have been hit. Alright, so we lose 1 level of Hunt XP because we're doing a level 1. And we all still exist, so we get another random Hunt event. This is Bond revealing, which means the random will be him. Lose a Hunt XP. Lose a Hunt XP. Lose a Hunt XP. Lose a Hunt XP. And... you know, when I think about it, this is a very strange Hunt event, since you can't benefit from age multiple times. It kind of encourages the thing that I know the Kingdom Death developers didn't want. They want the game to be about the party, the settlement as a whole, not like 4 super individuals. And this event kind of encourages farming the Phoenix with 4 super individuals, because you're probably going to hit this event on a level 2 or 3 Phoenix. 46. Anyway, we find a river. We each may consume from the river and roll on the table. Roll once more on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board as we try to find our quarry. Okay. I don't need to heal any injury levels. I don't want to suffer damage. And getting a 10's not even worth it. So we're going to well, you know what? If Eddie got a 10, that wouldn't even matter. If he gets a 1 or 2, that's whatever. 3 to 5. He's not gonna get a 10 though. We'll just leave the river alone. Alright, Eddie's now event revealer, and unfortunately, while I put him 4th to avoid a random hunt event, we got 2 additional random hunt events. 23. So let's hope 23 is good. Clean water. Pass a fountain in the shape of a lion face. Each survivor consumes the water, gains a courage, and 1 survival. In addition, each survivor may douse their head in the water and roll on the table. Okay, this is a good event. I think the worst thing that happens is we get an insanity. Hunt phase bold for Amelia. So she is prepared now. She gets a 7. Loading. Okay, 1 understanding. Someone else has prepared, yeah. Cool. Alright. Everyone's at 8 survival, so. And somebody, not somebody, Sarabella, has seen the truth. Their first character to do that in this campaign. The greatest courage is achieved when the past and future are abandoned. The void that remains is a dark, endless well of strength. Fear and pain are your nourishment, and you will feast. Suddenly recall meeting a strange masked man who, for a moment, opened your second eyelids. What you saw filled your mouth with the taste of your own death. Suffer the blinded, severe head injury, and taste death. If you are already blinded at least once, do not suffer it again. Alright, so blinded severe head injury does give you a bleeding token, I believe, when you get it. I'll double check. So we are blind. Everyone who sees the truth becomes blind. -1 permanent accuracy. We're a sun campaign though, so we can make a use of this. Alright. -1 permanent accuracy. That kind of sucks, but I guess hitting on 7s is still alright. And let's taste truth or whatever the fuck we're doing. I'm gonna reroll that. I kind of just dropped it. That's better. Get a 2. 1 to 2. Sweet. When your second eyelids opened, the veil of darkness was lifted. You recall looking to the sky and viewing a horizon of titanic faces. Each face is different and peers at a different part of your body. Death was upon you, and a mouth. Gain the weak spot, disorder, and the following ability. Sweet battle. You may surge without spending survival. If you do, the action must be used to activate a weapon. Alright, well that kind of sucks. Because I think we lost a piece of our armor. Weak spot. And B, that ability does nothing for us unless she becomes a Sun Eater. Somehow. And I don't know how that's gonna happen. Alright, so Sweet Battle ability. You may surge without spending survival. If you do, it must be for a weapon. And Weak Spot. When you gain this disorder, roll a random hit location and record it. You cannot depart unless you have armor at this hit location. Alright, that's not as bad as I thought. I thought that was the other one where you can't wear armor at a certain location. Which now that I think about it, those are different named. So it's a disorder until we lose it. We'll just jot it down there so I know it's the legs. And alright. I think that's all for her. Yeah. I will check the blinded severe injury. Blind. Yeah, you do get a bleeding token for that. Okay, so that was her. She was the last one to gain a courage. So now, now with that out of the way, we can go back to this clean water we've got here. And everyone's gonna drink from the water. Unless someone's not allowed to consume for some reason. But I think everyone here is good in that regard. So we have a 10, a 9, a 6, and a 6. That's some good stuff. Alright, 6 to 8. Water is bracing. Gain 1 understanding or remove a disorder. Well, I don't care about gaining an understanding for either of them. So we're going to get rid of apathetic. And we're going to get rid of secretive. Secretive isn't that bad, but she would just get the explorer. Which is better than prepared in my opinion, but whatever. Okay, so that was those two. Then we have a 9 and a 10. Both of them, the water is shockingly cold. It rushes over you like a tidal wave and leaves you awestruck. Set your insanity to 0 and remove all disorders. Well, I don't have to worry about feet anymore. And getting rid of seizures on her is really good. Oh, right, when she got weak spot, we lost something anyway. It definitely would have been hemophobia. But now that doesn't matter because the weak spot is gone. This is kind of a problem. I'm going to have to make sure the Phoenix absolutely does not do Spiral Age ever. It's kind of funny. That's some tasty water. Awestruck. Minds cleared. Literally, minds were cleared. Okay. I guess this will fit here now. So, good event. Feet doesn't kill us anymore. Eddie can gain survival again. And all of that was just a Phoenix event. And now I don't care if I roll feet. Doesn't mean I want to, though. So that was Eddie. Next up, random hunt event. Man, if I knew this was going to happen, if I had foresight, we could have just fought a level 2 Phoenix. We would have been... Well, Eddie doesn't have survival. That's still a problem. 95. But we might have been okay. Alright. Grim and Frostbitten. There's a dead stillness in the air. The atmosphere becomes thick with worry. The survivors carry on nervously. Soon a bitter evil cold sets in. 3 event damage to any unarmored hit location. So that does nothing. Everyone's got armor. That event is dirty for the beginning of the game, and then late game doesn't even matter. It's such a pointless event. Okay, we consume herbs and berries. We all gain a survival. Basically Eddie. And now we get to do the herb gathering. Do I want to try and get this? Who has the thing? He does. I don't want to sacrifice Eddie. So I actually don't want to go to the swamp. If I can avoid it. So I kind of want to get the 3rd highest number still. So we'll do the first dice roll. We'll do 3 dice. Alright, that's a 0. Do the second dice roll. So I don't have to worry about entering the swamp. That's not going to happen. We got a 0. Alright, just to see if this works miraculously to get slightly higher number, we'll do a 5. 3rd dice roll. This one's a crack. We got a 4, a 2, a 10, a 6, and if this... Oh, we got 2 2s, so that's a 0. Okay, so we're probably getting a 0. I'll just roll 5 again to try and get over like a 15 or something. Nope, 2 3s. Okay, so we got a 0, which is fine. 0, the survivors don't find anything, roll in the random hunt event table. Alright, random hunt event. Bon is next. Have a 42. Surgeon. Creaky carriage approaches the survivors. Richly appointed in red and gold, the carriage is carved on every side with lurid faces. A massive eye adorns the front. while the door of the carriage is awaiting open mouth. Out of a small window, a gnarled hand beckons. Survivor with 3+ courage may choose to enter the wagon, immediately remove 1 impairment or severe injury, even if it's permanent, and gain 1 random disorder. Okay, this is the way you get rid of cancer pigeons. He doesn't have an impairment or a severe injury. She's healthy. Let me fix my camera. She could not be blind. Or we could give her her crotch back. She doesn't have any impairments. I didn't write anything on the back, did I? She could do it. She has 3+ courage. So gain a random disorder. And she can get her vagina back. Or I could get rid of blind. Because I don't really care about the katana, honestly. Other people will probably see the truth as it is. I kind of want to leave her genitals destroyed. Just because her job isn't baby making, it's to hit the phoenix in that first strike location. Because everyone else I would back down. Oh, she is purified though. I could purify 1 other person and then she could also be a baby maker. I'm just wondering, do I really want to gamble with, I guess I'll gamble. If we get fear in the dark, we get fear in the dark. She will get rid of blind. She doesn't need to be a baby maker, so she's no longer blind. Bleed token, I think, still stays. Get our accuracy back. As a result, she has become a hoarder. Okay, so now she's a hoarder. That's not exactly the worst, but not what I wanted to see either. I need to try and pick up extra stuff while I'm fighting this phoenix. Alright, fish from the sky. Find a straggler. Straggler struck by a slimy mass hurtling from the sky. Roll D10 to determine what the mass is. Alright. Amelia is the straggler, and she got hit by whatever a 3 is, which isn't good, probably. Droppings. Danger. Suffer 2 event damage to a random hit location. Aw, man. Damn phoenix is flying overhead and pooping on us. Alright, 2 to the body. Come on, tabletop, let's go. That'll do it for the hunt phase. That was quite an interesting hunt phase, I have to say. A lot of things happened that I didn't expect to happen. Our characters are practically changed from what they once were. Okay. Let's start the hunt. Well, we just did the hunt. Let's start the showdown. Alright, 2 acanthus plants, a toppled pillar. If I wanted to, I could try to make use of the toppled pillar for certain things. But I probably won't be able to benefit from it too much. Alright, 2 acanthus. Put 1 right there and then the other one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's 6 away. So we'll do that. And the pillar. put the pillar like down here in the corner-ish. It's probably better to just leave it mostly out of the way. Alright, bird. What are you? 8 and 10? That's already set up. He's got all his abilities. And we'll do this fight hopefully better than last time. This I can leave here. Get our guys, their dreaded decade markers. Alright. I guess what I could do is place them in the new open space I made. Alright, let's pay attention to everything that's being asked of us this time around. 831. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoa. 8. He should have 12 cards. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Basic, 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 basic. I know I'm not supposed to look. I'm not really paying attention. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's one more basic. I didn't really pay attention to what he's got. Alright. Let's have Pain Wheel in the front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Her in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eddie in the back. And her on the side. Over there. I think we're good to go. Alright, Phoenix. Show me what you've got. Chatter. When chatter comes into play, draw AI. A survivor that spends action in the noise radius suffers 2 brain damage and doubles their age tokens. Once per turn, a survivor in the noise radius may attempt to comprehend the noise in their head. Roll 1d10. If the result is equal to or less than their understanding, they gain 2 insanity. Otherwise, they are knocked down. Alright, this card is going to mean that this fight is us playing with fire. I really should consider getting a Whisker Harp. The difference between us. Alright, this one's... oh wait, yeah, this one's fine. So least age tokens. It's a 4-way tie. Have an 8 that will be Eddie. Alright. Before it materializes, since it's going after Eddie and it's going to try and land on her, we will dash with her. She will lose her survival. Bond will dash out of the way during the first flow. 4, 5 will be over here. He'll materialize. And I will put him like this. Target gains an age token. And we'll use this. So Eddie's got an age token, which is super bad. And then there's another flow to get out of the way. Luckily we have 1 survival, and that's all we've got. Yeah, 2 dice that do 10 damage to the head location each. No thanks. So this card we want to get rid of. We will dash with Eddie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go here. get out of the way. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hell of a fight. Alright, so he'll miss. I guess the difference between us is better than that other attack. And then Zeal, the end of his turn. Closest threat in range will be Eddie again. Can't dash out of the way of this one though, but I'd rather take this attack. So we gain another age token. And 2 dice. I will reroll this one since we knocked Eddie down. We got a 4. And a 4. I believe they both miss. We do have 3 evasion, so he hits on 5s. He will miss us with the attack. He will blow us back though. We are wearing the leather armor. So we ignore the bash part. Knockback 7 goes until we hit the impassable terrain. And we get a bleeding token. All in all, not the worst turn in the world, except for the fact that this exists and it's gonna make everything scary. Okay. I will start by screaming with Remelia. I forgot to flip all tokens. We'll have Remelia scream. So everyone gains an insanity. And we'll have her go 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll stand there. Next up, Eddie is going to Dreaded Decade. So all I have to do is not roll a 10 right here. This is kind of cracked. As much as I would like to keep it, we'll risk the biscuit one more time. Okay, I need like a better spot to roll. Try rolling up. I don't like throwing it up. I don't know. I feel more comfortable throwing it left or right. It's just how I'm used to it. Alright, we get a 4, so we're safe. We'll remove all our age tokens. And that was our action. Now, I think slaughtering this phoenix as fast as possible is what we want to do. What does this say? If you spend action in a noise radius, you suffer 2 brain damage and double your age tokens. Oh my, 2 brain damage. Alright, nothing to it. She might be my main damage dealer this fight, but before that occurs, we're going to try and go out with a bang here. I am going to overcharge Bon Janet. Oh, when he's done, he can stay right there by the tree. That's actually, I don't want him getting hit. He doesn't have survival to spend. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No matter how I move him, he's gonna be kind of close. I'll leave him next to the tree then. Alright. Bon will overcharge. Let's see if we get the survival back. We do get the survival back. We lose the strength tokens. I'm gonna leave one like up here. Okay. Because next we're going to embolden. Alright, we'll lose the survival for that. And we will get the strength token back. So we have devastating on our attacks right now. Let's get in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's attack. Suffer 2 brain damage. And hopefully do a whole lot of damage. We didn't scry yet, fortunately. 4, 2, and 2. So I completely missed. Man, that's disappointing. That's crazy disappointing. Alright, it's gonna be one of these kind of fights, huh? Alright, since I have Devastating activated, I am going to surge with Sun Eater. We'll take a severe brain trauma. Alright, that's a 9. New perspective. Knock down and gain 1d10 insanity. Well, son of a fucking bitch. Since I surged, I lost the token. But, oh right, for the surge, because I forgot. Alright, leaves the survival. Technically, I should have kept the survival, but we'll leave it that way. So I get some insanity back, though. Just wasn't meant to be this round. Alright, we're at 5. Losing all that insanity. Who'd have thunk the Phoenix did that on purpose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's scry the AI deck and make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. Alright, excrete. He defecates on all survivors unfortunate enough to be in its blind spot. Each survivor currently in the blind spot rolls 1d10 on the table. Okay. Hell, Phoenix can poop on me all damn day. I'll farm the crap out of this. Well, until the decks are empty. Fuck. Take a shit on my face. That's a funny card. Okay. Why is she like highlighted here? What is that? Oh, they all have that. Never mind, I'll ignore it. Alright, so we're Gucci. The Phoenix will go. He'll excrete. So Bon is getting pooped on. She gets a 2. Alright, so 1 brain damage, 1 survival back, and Mucculent droppings Phoenix resource. I'll take that. Free Mucculent droppings. Okay. So we got pooped on. Doesn't bother me any. Hopefully I don't mill that card and we can get him to constantly do that. Because I can scream the insanity back. And then basic action, closest threat, unfortunately, it's him. And he can't dodge or anything. 2 dice. Hopefully we get less than 5. 1 hit, 1 miss, 2 damage, 2. I'll reroll that. She was here. 2 damage, 2. Our head. We'll get another bleeding token. We won't get knocked down though, since we ignored bash, and we get blown into the tree. So I could actually have him stand there and tank for a while. Until I need him to be more supportive. The only problem is the bleeding tokens. Alright. She gets up. It's our turn. Oh right, and before I forget, this is the part I kept forgetting. You do get an age token for the basic action. I have to stay on top of that. Also, for anyone wondering, I know that she's in the blast zone, but I'm not fairly certain, but I think impassable objects, just like they stop line of sight, it would prevent anything from going past it. I'm pretty sure. I should look it up. Maybe she has to dash out of the way. Let's find out. Where would terrain? There's terrain. Let's read terrain rules for impassable. Passable terrain occupies all spaces that it covers. Survivors cannot move through spaces occupied by the terrain. If you would move voluntarily or involuntarily into a space occupied by impassable terrain, they instead collide with the terrain and end their movement. If a monster rule like grab would place a survivor onto impassable terrain, they instead collide with the terrain and are to the nearest free space adjacent to the terrain. Monsters in terrain. I'm reading the paragraph on the left now. That didn't really help me out. None of that helped me out. I guess terrain. I would think you could hide behind the tree and it would cut off the razor wind. Wouldn't that make sense? So, like, it would be all the way down here, but not behind the tree. That makes sense to me. I might have to look into... It says it interrupts ranged weapon attacks. This is why I feel like it should work in this scenario, but I don't know how the game rules this. Huh. How could I find out? Well, it only says it interrupts ranged weapon attacks, not monster AI. Something makes me think that his wind goes through the tree, so we'll dash out of the way. Got plenty of survival in Rawhide. And I may as well get closer to him. We get our survival back. I'm going to come around this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Our move. She might be screaming for a while until I mill most of these cards. Crap, because we got knocked down, I lost my token. I'm gonna go all in one more time. And I think she's gonna keep screaming. He's gonna go in now. Just once. Alright, let's attack with Eddie. Eddie will go first. Before he attacks, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make use of that additional movement that we do have. And we will Monster Claw the butt of the Phoenix. I get a 2, so I will miss. I do take 2 brain damage, though. That's unfortunate. And at the end of my act, I will move over there with the leather boots. Okay. Then I really want to go in and do damage. Don't fail me this time. We're going to try this one more time. Bond Janet. First Embolden. We will get our survival back, and then I'm going to overcharge. The only problem with doing it this way, lose the survival for the overcharge. I don't have a strength token, so I can't surge doing this, but we have Devastating. Get up his butt, take 2 brain damage, and we will attack. Didn't she gain a disorder with New Perspective, or no? Just knocked down the D10 Insanity. Let's try to do some damage. We have a perfect hit. This is a crack and a 3. Alright, 6 will do it. So perfect hit. This is the next AI card. Right Wing Strike isn't so bad, so I'm actually going to put on the bottom. 2 hits. You're a club master, so the first hit is going to be boosted. We don't have an age token. And I doubt I'll fail. Oh, it's the armpit. Oh, this is the one we like to crit. I didn't bring a Founding Stone with me this time. It's okay, I need to save Founding Stones for the level 3s. Alright, got a 4. A 4 is going to be a wound. We have backstab for 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 off the bat. So all we need is a 2 to wound. So no failure. No crit though. 2 wounds because we're devastating. And finally cause some damage here. 2 turns later. That was totally gonna roll over. How does it just get stuck like that? It's so unrealistic, man. I'll have to reroll that. We're starting to lag for some reason. My tabletop simulator has always been laggy. Alright, another wound. Don't have to worry about rewind. So we did some damage. Definitely did some damage. I am going to try to get in with Amelia now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, how much? Oh, she's got plenty. So she hits on a fucking 8. It's not likely we get in with the shield here. Not until I get in the back, but it's possible. Okay, nothing. Maybe I should have used her dash up. No, I should save it. And then we'll scry the AI deck. So, Pitying Sigh. All survivors in field of view will gain an age token and then get intimidated. If we're insane, we laugh it off. And we could gain a courage. Otherwise, we would take 2 brain damage and get knocked down. Life Pattern, the legendary card. While Life Pattern is in play, monster gains +4 toughness tokens. When Life Pattern is drawn face up, the Phoenix heals all wounds. Remove all negative attribute tokens, return any persistent injuries to the hit location deck, and shuffle. Survivors with age tokens are mysteriously affected. They gain 2 survival, 2 insanity, restore all armor points, heal all injury levels, remove all permanent injuries, disorders, and tokens, including age tokens. Then disdain and archive Life Pattern. This is basically reset the match card. Honestly, not even a bad card to let happen if it's early in the game like this, or early in the match, but we don't want him to do that. So he's going to do this. She isn't insane, unfortunately. So we'll just have to take some brain damage. Oh wait, it's in field of view. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna come back down here and hide. Alright, so Eddie and her are both insane. They can laugh it off. So I think that does it for us. I need to get back into the habit of flipping these. So, Pitying Sigh. Yeah, field of view. So that'll be Eddie and Red, or Amelia. We will get an age token. We will get an age token, which I can move over. And then intimidate them. They're both insane, so they laughed at the monster's ignorant condensation. Do I want a courage? He can't do it. She could do it, but nah. It's just a courage. Alright. So we laugh at him. Nothing happens except the age tokens. Then basic action. Closest threat will be Remelia. And she'll be attacked. And I'll give her another age token after I roll the dice. 1 hit, 2 hit, perfect hit, perfect hit. This Phoenix is mean. So mean. Alright, age token. 2 hits. We'll dodge 1. For the Phoenix fight in particular, it seems like I keep hitting somebody. There's always someone in the way, because we're not centralized in like an area. Phoenix usually has me scattered. Hand and body. Dodge the body, since we're already hurt there, apparently. I don't remember taking damage to the body already. And then we'll dash out of the way of his thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, wait a minute. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll dash to here. Yeah, that's out of the way of Mr. Phoenix, man. Alright. So that'll end the Phoenix's turn. It will be our turn. I am going to think. I want Vamelia to go first. She's going to slam. So we'll full move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. We're not adjacent to the Phoenix, so we won't knock him down or knock him back. But that's fine. I will skewer. I'll spend my action. We are in the zone of chatter. So I will spend an action. To skewer, we get, what is it? +2 strength to wound. So let's hope I can hit. Hit on a 7 now in the blind spot. We got it. Let's hope I can wound. Alright. That's fine. Should be able to wound. 3. We have 6 strength. So 9, and then that's 10. That'll be a wound. It's good for me. Reflex. He glares, or his glare pierces our puny mind, causing explosions of pain. Face the attacker, roll 1d10. If the result is higher than my hunt XP, suffer 1 brain damage for each age token I have. So possible 2 brain damage coming. Alright. Mind explosions. It's an 8. It's more than my hunt XP, so we'll take 2 more brain damage, which is fine. We got in with the shield. She can go back to support mode. And we did cause a wound there. Next, I want... I want to try and cremate him one more time. She can take the brain damage. So, let's embolden. God damn it, I'll reroll that. Embolden. Do you get an 8? So we'll keep our survival. We'll overcharge. Get a 4. So we'll lose our survival. Lose the token. Have devastating. 1, 2, 3, 4. We declare swinging the mace in your butt. I'll try to roll this way. Alright, 7 hits, 2 misses, 7 hits. Alright, 2 hits. What do we got? Hands and head. We don't have any age tokens, so both are good. I'll just hit them in that order. Hands. Man, that lag. We do get a 6, so that'll be a wound. No crit, though. 2 damage. And then we want to hit him right in the head. I'll reroll that. Sarabella. In the way, girl. Alright, we get a 1, so I actually fail. That is disappointing. Okay, and she took 2 brain damage for that due to chatter. Man, she can farm insanity if she wants, but anyway, Eddie will try to. Actually, I might want to wait before I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I roll higher than a 7, Eddie is going to die. Sarabella. Scry. What's happening? Right wing strike, of course. I put it on the bottom. I didn't have to scry. I could have farmed this turn. Alright, well, since I'm looking at it, this is a last threat to wound card, which would be her, which is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try to monster claw, fist and tooth the phoenix and get in the hunt XP. We do get a perfect hit. Don't think that matters. Feathered buttocks. Alright, we are going to suffer rewind unless I crit. So that sucks. Need another 10 or a 9 or an 8. I think he has a luck, so I think an 8 will do the trick. Get a 3. We do cause a wound. That's 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 7, so 14. Rewind, undo our attack, restore the wound or persistent injury this attack caused to the monster. Place the survivor 5 spaces away from the monster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put him over there. Actually, it'll be more strategic for me if I put him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. Okay, so that stinks. What am I gonna do? He's gonna right wing strike. Oh good, we're out of the way. Phoenixes go. So that was everybody. Right wing strike. The last threat to wound was her, but she's not a threat, so it was our shield. Remelia. Remelia will get an age token. Might want to do something about that. And then move and attack target. 2 dice. Hits on 2s. Got a 3 and a 6. We have 3 evasion, so 1 hit. I'll just dodge it. And then I will dash. Oh, I don't have to dash yet. That's the next attack. So I'll use my dodge. Dodge this attack. So it does no damage. And then Razor Wind is to his right, so it's all down here. And then basic action will gain an age token again. So we're at 4. And he has no way to trigger Spiral Age except for disdaining. So I actually don't have to worry about getting rid of the tokens, as long as there's always a threat for him to target. 2 more dice. Hits on 5s. Got a crack. And we've got a 7. 7 and 9. Alright, so we're taking 4 damage. Got our hand in our waist. Hand, waist. And then we'll dash. And she's probably going to spend the rest of the game screaming. So we'll just dash over to here. Avoid the Razor Wind. Hour go. Alright. I really want to get in with Eddie. Who she can scry. She's going to take a severe brain injury no matter what if I attack with her again. So I'm going to switch up roles, I guess, and she'll be the support. The only problem is getting to the Phoenix with her. I'll have to use an additional dash. That's not a big deal. So then screaming's pointless. Let's harvest the acanthus plant below us with Amelia. Get a 5, so she'll find something tasty to eat and gain a survival. And then after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll just stand in front of the bird. Call that a turn. Next up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try to deal a damage, actually. You know what? Hold on. Let me. It says to restore any wounds or persistent injuries this attack caused to the monster, which means we still wounded, right? Does rewind stop you from getting weapon XP? Should he have this checked? Because we caused a wound, this would get flipped. Or, you know, we would mark it down that, hey, we caused a wound. Even though it gets undone, it doesn't mean we didn't cause the wound. I already rolled to attack again, so we may as well attack again. This time it's a displacement. Why does it turn to face the attack? Excuse me. Why would it turn to face the attacker if it's getting displaced? I'll re-roll that. Good thing too. Okay, we get a 2. So a 2 plus a 7. It's 9. Plus Monster Claw style is a 10. Plus the backstab of 4. So we do cause a wound here. Hopefully that wasn't the poop that got milled. Turn to face the attacker, perform displacement. So I don't know why it would turn to face me. If I have H tokens, I may attempt to follow the Phoenix. I don't really want to follow the Phoenix. He gets displaced to the farthest board edge, which is definitely this way. Just leave him right there. At the end of my turn, I'll use my free move to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll scry the AI deck. Alright, poop is still there. Right wing strike, last threat to wound in range. That would still be her. He was the last threat to wound. She's the latest threat before him. I think that's how it would work. Last threat to wound. Let me see if that targeting terminology is covered in the rules. Keeping track of the last threat to wound. It is a weird one. That's how the Phoenix rolls, though. Showdown phase. I should have just skipped to here. Last to wound. The last survivor to wound the monster. Alright. By that target, by that point, it would only be him. I don't want to lose the poop. But if I attack with her in the next turn, I can probably mill right wing strike and the other one. Let's let him poop. We'll let him poop first. Okay. That'll end her turn. And then Cerebella. Eddie went. Cerebella is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And check out this nightmare tree. Okay, we get a 7. 6 plus. Find decorative scrap, gain 1 broken lantern resource. Alright, so that helps. We do need more scrap ever since we lost all our shit. I'll just leave that there. So that's cool. Alright. Phoenixes go. Sorry for the noise, I'm just getting comfy. Okay, Mr. Phoenix. So he's gonna poop or excrete. Nothing happens. He'll basic action. Oh right, and when he attacked the Phoenix, I'm pretty sure I forgot to do this. Took chatter damage. Basic action. Closest threat will be her. So 2 dice onto Ramelia. It's a 9 and a 5. That is 2 hits. Okay, body and hand. We will dodge the hand, take 2 to the body. She's really getting focused in like key targeted locations. And then we will dash 1, 2. We'll just dash to there. Alright. So here's how we're gonna do this. It's our turn. Oh, right, and Amelia gets an age token for... She's gonna die if I ever fuck up. I don't think I can fuck this up, but if I fuck this up, she's gonna die. Amelia will scry the hit location deck. Glorious Wing Claws, Soft Lower Gut, Feathered Neck. So we want the neck, the gut, and the Glorious Wing can be... You know what? Actually... Okay, if I hit 3 times, yeah, that can be third, and we can manipulate this, so that's good. 1, 2, she's gonna stand right there. So that's Amelia. Pain, or Cerebella. I'm gonna have to hope that she's powerful enough to, do this. 1, 2, 3... We have reach on our axe, so we're actually going to go here. Avoid the chatter thing. And we do have a speed, if I recall correctly. Yes, so we're swinging 3 dice. Let's axe this bitch. Bitch-ass bird. Get a 3, a 3, and a 10. Alright, so 1 hit. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm just thinking at the moment. Alright, Soft Lower Gut. I think I can't fail this unless I get a 1. So we get 3, 3 and 4, 7 and 6. So we do get a wound. No special effects to care for. I have to go in with him. Oh, she's in the way. She's in the way from the backstab, which means I would have to roll high. I would have to roll high. Well, I have 7 strength. But right, not having that additional 4. 7 strength flat plus monster claws 1. That's an 8. So I would just need a 2. I would just need a 2. We hit on 7s. We hit on 6s, actually. He has a +1 accuracy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go, Eddie Man. We need you to wound man. I was hoping to get 2 hits with Cerebella, which, by the way, she wounded with the axe. So Eddie Man needs a 6-man. We got a 6-man. Eddie's in. He's in. He's going for the neck. He's going for the neck. We get a 5. That'll do it. 5 and 7 will definitely do it. And 1. Okay, so no crit. But we will cause a wound. Whoops. So now the Phoenix is only pooping and attacking whoever's in front. This is good. Okay. So we can farm the poop until hopefully he gives me Mucculent or the rainbow droppings. That way we can thin his deck. 1, 2, 3, we'll harvest the acanthus plant with her. Oh, I get a 1, so something bites me. Something bites you in the arm location. Okay. Phoenix's turn. He'll poop. No one's in the blind spot at the moment. How much survival do I have? Tell you what. We're going to take that survival opportunity. He can't dash. She's gonna dash. She's gonna dash into the butt. 1, 2, 3, 4. And get pooped on. So let's get pooped on. Like, yes, Phoenix poop. Praise. I mean, we ate the throw up of a giant sun god, so I'm sure Phoenix pooping. Holy shit, we actually got the 10. So we get some rainbow droppings. Alright, there's only one of these in the deck, so I can't farm anymore. I think there's another Mucculent droppings though. I'm gonna look since I'm searching anyway. Yeah, there's one more. There's two more. There's two more Mucculent droppings in the deck, so we're gonna farm those out of the deck and get a bunch of Phoenix if possible. Fantastic. Farm and Phoenix poop. That's how you do it. You need them to have that AI card. Okay. Now the only downside with this is he's still basic actions, but as long as there's a threat for him to hit, the nearest threat is actually Eddie. It's not such a big deal. So Eddie's getting another age token, which the age tokens do not matter. Actually, I need everyone to get one age token so we can all gain an understanding at the end. I think I forgot to do that at the end of the last Phoenix fight since I missed it. That's fine, but for the Phoenix, if you have age tokens, you get an understanding. One hit, one miss. We can't dodge because I don't have survival. That was quite a roll. How about you try that again? 2 to the body. 2 to the body. Gets another bleeding token, so I don't want Eddie to take this anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He doesn't get knocked down though. Ignores bash. Okay. So with that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have Eddie try and dig at the tree. Get a 6. So he'll get a broken lantern. Are those the only 2 broken lanterns? Yeah, they are. I think we can still try to get a lonely ant from the tree. Eddie got this. So that's Eddie. Ramelia will go next. Ramelia is going to scream. Everyone will gain an insanity. And then she's going to stand under here and be pooped on. She's going to try the nightmare tree now. The only one who hasn't is Ramelia. I'm gonna get a crack. I want a low number. Get a 7, so that's another scrap. But I'm gonna play by the deck rules, which I have been doing from the beginning, so I think in my next campaign I'm gonna ignore the deck limitations. Except for a monster deck, because it makes sense for the monster deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she can stand there. She'll take the hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna stand there and also get pooped on. Alright, Phoenix's turn. Oh, you know what? When she screamed, she actually took 2 brain damage. I can't scream in the blind spot. Was she in the... I mean, I can't scream around it. I was next to this. Because scream is an action and he's still chattering. Anyway. Phoenix is pooping. We'll do one at a time. We'll do Cerebella. Alright, Cerebella got a 1. So, need to dodge. Because that was projectile shit coming at us. Get our survival back, so no problem. Ramelia, on the other hand. Alright, she gets 2, which is good. So we will take a brain damage, gain a survival, and we'll get another poop. It's one more poop that we want. Thank you, Based Phoenix, for pooping on my head today. Based bird. Alright, and Then he'll zeal. Closest threat is her. Alright. 2 dice. Age token. We have a 6 and a 2. 1 hit. I'll just dodge it. That's gonna fly off the board. Alright, lose the survival. Hopefully next turn is the last turn. Surely I'll roll a 2 to 8 and get the poop. Alright, so that happened. She needs to dash out of the way. I'm starting to run low on survival. 3. Speaking of running low. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just go over there. Alright. So, our turn. I will scream now that I'm not next to the bird. Cerebella should be the one taking a hit. Who doesn't have an age token? Because they get understanding. Yeah, alright. Cerebella's going to take the next hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't quite get in the butt, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll probably get the poop. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's just going to hide back here. In fact, he'll block even. Yeah, he'll block. Alright, end turn. Phoenix's turn. Phoenix will poop. On Remelia, we do get a 4. So we will gain a survival. Why did we gain a survival? And we'll get the last piece of shit this bird has in his body. 3 copies of the Mucculent Droppings card, huh? Hopefully I can get this Wishbone. Actually, I want both Hollow Wing Bones. And the Pustules. I want the Pustules. I want so much from this Phoenix. Alright, so that's all his poop out of his deck. Still have 2 chances to do wounds. Oh, right! You know what I should have been doing? Is instead of screaming with her, I want to scry the deck. Anyway, that was the poop. Painwheel will gain an age token. Speaking of poop, I actually have to use the bathroom myself, so hopefully this grind is done soon. We'll dodge the hit. There's like 2 things I want to do. Alright, we lose the survival for the dodge, and then we'll dash. Should have rolled for that too. Could you cooperate, game? Game knows. Game's like, man, this dude's gotta go. Let's just... I don't want to walk away because we're almost done. Alright, at least the survival for the dash. Let's get out of the way of the wind strike. We'll just move over here. And that'll end the Phoenix's turn. So our turn, I'm going to scry the hit location deck. And hope that the kill location... No, kill location didn't come up. She still has destroyed genitals. And you can only suffer it once. Right, so if she was to take it... Would I still be knocked down, gaining 3 insanity and a bleeding token if I took it again? That's something I don't know. I guess if I hit 3 times, I'll cancel my attack. Oh right, we have an age token now, so this is a problem too. We'll do it like this and just see what happens. Alright. 1, 2, 3. We'll attack. Oh, that's not a roll. Come on, game. Stop dropping the dice. Alright, 8, 7, 3. 2 hits. That sounds... Alright, this has to be first. I guess I'll just cancel my attack. We can survive another round of getting hit. And since we can't farm any more poop, I suppose after she scryed, I didn't move her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I want to move her. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to bandage Eddie. Just in case. Okay. So that's all good. Phoenix. Pooping. Attacking. Another counter for her. Alright, what we got? We've got 2 misses. Cool. Dash. And we'll get that survival back. I'll just come over there. Okay. Our turn. I'll scry the hit locations deck. So it is the rewind interface. Alright, Death Blow is around. Death Blow is around. And a displacement effect, which I can follow him. I will put the rewind as third. How much strength does she have? 6, so she probably definitely does cause the wound. Death Blow location would be nice to hit. Alright, so this one's second. And then this one's first. How do I follow him? The result is equal to or less than our hunt XP. So my chances of following him is fairly high. Cool. Alright. In case I don't follow him though, we can chase him to the right. Make him displace to the right. So let's swing our mighty axe. We have a perfect hit and another hit. Now here's the problem though. If I don't follow him, this location's gonna get milled. So I either have to A, crit right here, right now, or B, follow him. Alright, that was too hard. Nice 8. So the feathered back, I do get a 7, so we get a wound. No crit. No more monster poop from the Phoenix. We will try to follow him with his displacement effect. Alright, I rolled a 10. I don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God damn it. God damn it. Is there any way I can avoid this disaster? Nope. Cancel all hits out of range. No death blow location this time, guys. But I'm just gonna finish him off regardless. Or we're gonna try to finish him off regardless. Damn it. Can't have everything. Ah, I wanted the 2 weapon XP. We'll get what I really wanted though, which is all that really matters. His next location is a rewind location. She is 2 insanity though, and high luck. Let's try to fight past it. I will embolden first, because I'm not in the back, so I'm gonna want that extra strength. We'll get our survival back. Let's hope I don't hit the trap now. Alright, we did get a 1, so we're gonna smack ourselves. And then we have a 5 and a 7, so only 1 hit. Hit the foot. Hit our foot. Get 1 location. It is a rewind location, unfortunately, so let's see if I can crit it. I could crit it. Alright, we get 2. So I don't even wound, which means no rewind happens, which is good. 2 and 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we didn't even wound it. Which means I can surge. So let's surge. We'll get our survival back. We'll lose the strength token. And we're totally gonna hit the trap card this time. If I hit the trap card, I'm in the worst position because everyone's in the whirlwind or razor wind location. Alright, we hit ourselves. We got 2 hits this time though. I'll reroll that. You might be able to hear my dog. She's snoring on the side. Alright, whistling mace, causing us some pain. That's okay. I'm still mad that I didn't follow him. I had such a good chance to follow and we rolled a fucking crit. Oh, man, I was totally going to get... God damn it, we hit the trap card. Alright, that's fine. That's not fine, but that's fine. Okay, time stops happening. 1 miss, 1 hit. Can't dodge it, so 2 damage to the body. She gets blown back. She gets blown back. She gets an age token. Which doesn't matter. They both got bleeding tokens. It's a very, very, very... It's not what I copied. Very good thing that I... Oh no, that was the wrong person. Turn Ramelia. It's a very good thing I bandaged him, because now he's going to be taking that bleeding token. And he's going to be taking the next basic attack. On the flip side, I suppose there's a second opportunity for me to wound the bird. He didn't go yet. He's going to block, and he's going to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then at the end of his movement, he'll move over here. This way the bird will be, yeah, he'll be on the bottom facing up. Alright, so we have a block going. I think it's the damn Phoenix's turn, so I'm going to jump ahead. The nearest threat is going to be him. Both times, even when he gets blown away up to here. We'll do it one at a time. I was just going to give him 2 time counters now, because he's getting targeted by basic action twice. Alright. Basic action. Miss and miss, so my block is not used up. We do suffer razor wind though, so we're over here. Almost dead to bleeding. It's so bad. And then just proof of concept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as opposed to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. She's not even in range. Alright. Get another time counter. Block that, dodge that, so we take no damage. We just suffer 2 bleeding tokens, 1 away from dying. But we'll be okay. Alright, fantastic. I still need to pick the nightmare tree with her, but the hit location is the one I want. Then I want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Block. 1, 2, 3. Bandage. There was you. And you. He's the nearest threat. Dash out of the way. I could just kill. Let's scry the deck. I don't care about the tree. Can we get the death blow location? No. We cannot. Now, I could try to farm the death blow location. Who has the lowest chance of actually causing a wound? She would have a 4, 5, 6, 7. So she would just need a 3 to cause a wound even without sneak attack. The lowest chance to cause a wound would be her with the shield. Fuck it, let's just kill the Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will dash. Get the survival back. 1, 2. Gonna use our axe's reach to reach and hopefully kill the Phoenix. Got 2 hits. Which one has the better crit? That's a random Phoenix resource. That's a random Phoenix resource, so. +2 toughness to wound. We get a crit. Alright, so the Phoenix is dead. All his reactions would have been cancelled, whatever. We get a Phoenix resource for that. Some tail feathers. And then the Phoenix is dead. GG. For us. Put these away. Give this to Sarabella. Can remove the age token stuff. Certainly had quite a bit of those. But not too bad overall. Alright, real quick. Here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to draw the rewards, but I really need to use the bathroom. I'm not going to make you guys skip ahead in the video or wait. So we're going to get these 4. Gonna get another Phoenix Finger. Pustules, good. Eye, okay. And a skull. Alright, do I need insanity for any of this stuff? 3 insanity for the fingers. Give it to her. Alright. With that, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna leave this out like this. I just want to draw the resources so you know there's no funny business going on. This is what I got. Then the next episode, we'll get experience, we'll do all this stuff, and we'll do the settlement phase and probably the hunt for next year, which might be another Phoenix. Maybe a level 2 this time? Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. You have a good one out there.